Hey guys. So I have a little cold, so don't mind me if I'm making weird noises or look funny today. So I know I always make weird noises and look a little funny, but extra weird noises, extra funny today. Okay, so if this is your first time hopping on here, welcome. My name is Robin and I own Horseman Readings. If you would like to book your reading or healing with me, you have to go to horsemanreadings.com. That is firm. You can't book through email anymore, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any text, phone calls, nothing. You have to go through horsemanreadings.com. If you're hopping on here, say hello and let me know if you have a chakra that you would like to focus on. If you don't know anything about the chakras, I can explain. I can explain them. Just say explain, and I'll do that for you as well. Okay. I'm just gonna have a little sip of my lemon water here. Actually, I'll have some water and lemon. I have a little salt in here too. All right. So the other thing, guys, is I have a membership group, and I'm getting lots of inquiries of people in there that are just starting to explore that space. So the way the membership works is that there are three options. So you can also read what those options are through my site. And the other thing, guys, if you have like a lot of questions, just book in a call with me. Okay. So I'm actually going to write down free consult. Okay. So that, because that's something I've fluctuated back and forth about um, if I wanted to do free consults or not, because sometimes people, um, yeah, it's just like one of those things that the free consults are specifically there for things that we couldn't discuss through an email, right? Like, so for instance, if you are interested in the membership but you want to know, like, once you get in, how it works specifically, because again, the explanation on underneath my site will become more advanced over time. However, once you get in there, a lot of it makes more sense. And then once you're in the membership group, you have as much access to me as you want via horsemanreadings@gmail.com. And the way that that works is when I create pre-recorded content, okay? And there's it's like 5 times a month. I go and I do videos. So those are constantly being uploaded. When I do programs that are recorded or classes, workshops, that all gets posted as well, okay? But when you email me I just feel like explaining this so people understand. When you email me, like, when I did the new moon reading or when I received the new moon healings, I noticed like that my heart chakra felt stuck as I cough here. Excuse me. So what I'll do is I'll note that. So when I go to create content, I'll make sure that I address that in the content. Okay. So you don't get like an email back with explanations because that would be crazy. However, you can email me as much as you want to. And then when the content comes out, it's all going to be like about that, which is fabulous. So anything you want to learn, it doesn't matter. Like that will all get piled in there. Okay. And so if I have 100 people in the membership group, 100 people are going to get it's still all going to get covered. Okay. So the more people, the more content, basically. So don't hesitate to ask questions. Don't hesitate to receive support. That's what's so beautiful about the membership. Okay. So those are my two options: online reading and healing or membership group. And then, of course, I have a shop as well. I've got a blog on there, so you can check that out. Once I get that free consult in there as well, that'll also be for some of my products as well, which will be helpful for people. Because I used to do videos for a person. So I do like a 10-minute video, go through all my stuff, which was insane, a lot of time and energy from me, especially if someone's not even like guaranteed to purchase something. So I'm starting to conserve my energy and my time a bit better. So that would have to be like a free consult for products based on you, of course, desiring to improve. It could be general health, it could be preventative, looking for more antioxidants, looking to get more autoimmune support, whatever it is, okay? And I'm also creating not just content based on what you guys are asking. So, whatever you write in the comments that you want through YouTube as well, that's what I'm creating content for. But with my products as well, it's basically upon request. So, my inventory is building up based on what people are asking for, based on like liver detox, things like that. So it does get expensive. However, it's great because like I use a lot of the stuff too. And it's nice to have a bigger variety. Okay. So I'm not worried about that. My tinctures can actually, I found out, last up to 10 years. So that's amazing. And I also am making some non-alcohol tinctures as well for someone. I'm using a vegetable glycerine, and I'm also starting to make apple cider. I'm going to practice with some of that stuff too. But those can still last quite a long time. So I have things in little forms and larger forms. So that's enough about me. You guys aren't mentioning anything that you want me to focus on. So this is an opportunity, guys. I'm a Reiki master. I finally just completed teaching. I started my Reiki training 10 years ago in March. So I'm just graduating from that. I also teach Akashic Records. So as of right now, the only certification that I'm teaching one-on-one or in a group setting is the Akashic Record. So if you want to get your training in that to actually get certified, you can absolutely reach out. And again, you can email me about that specifically, or again, you're going to be able to get a free consult there as well. Also, in the membership, I still have my Reiki training. So if somebody wants to learn through that way, the only thing is you don't get certified, but you still get all the same content as you would in the certification, including the attunement. Okay. Same thing with Akashic Records, it's also in there. So you want to get certified, you're not going to get certified in there, but you're going to get all the certification trainings, if that makes sense. Okay. So that being said, I'm here to offer you guys healing. I'm also writing down first thing that's coming up before this session begins. By the way, I have a podcast today at 12 o'clock over Facebook, so check that out too. Moon work is coming up, and I have a question mark around that. So if you're not, because whoever's watching, I don't know, I can't see, say hello if you want to. But I'm getting a lot of energy around my head right now. And again, this is what I feel before I even go into the energy. So, one is moon work. If you're not doing moon work, start doing that. It's really important, I feel. Um, that's something I started doing, I don't know, maybe like I'm going to say 3 years ago steadily. And it's something that's really helped me transform things that I didn't think were possible, especially in terms of like my health, my emotions, my boundaries, things like that. Okay. So if you want to check out my practices and rituals, that playlist here, you might get more information about the moon work. Okay. Unless you want to book in a session, we can go deeper into ways I can support you with the moon. Also, in my membership group, every new moon and every full moon, I do a ritual including theta healing based on what I'm feeling from the group, what's going on energy wise, and what people are emailing me about. Okay. The other thing is what I'm feeling around the head is a lot of sensation. So if you've already been attuned to Reiki, then and you're watching this, chances are you're feeling a lot of energy right now with this energy of the new moon. Okay. If you're not attuned to Reiki, if you don't do energy work yourself, but you're a sensitive empath, you're a sensitive person, especially if you're a little blocked right now, what you're going to be finding is that there's a state of confusion. Okay. It's like, should I do this or should I do that? And what I'm getting is when it comes to our relationships right now, there's definitely a lot of shifts, but that's actually because we're growing. So because we just had this like spring equinox energy, we've had like Saturn was in Pisces, like all of this crazy intense energy. What's happening is it's put us into a state where we know there's a lot going on, but we're still kind of like, but what is going on and what am I supposed to do? So this is a great time to be getting a reading this is a great time to be really working on your shadow a little bit, so diving deeper into aspects of yourself that are no longer serving you, okay? That's all I'm gonna say about that. So based on that kind of like intention information, as I call in the Reiki healing energy for the group, for everyone, setting that intention that this is for anyone who watches this video, taking a few deep breaths here as we come into a little state of meditation. Meditation is just creating relaxation in your body. Did a little bit of one today underneath TikTok, about 5 minutes long, just to get you into that state. Notice how your head's feeling. Is it like, is there a lot going on in your head or around your head? What are you doing to shift that? So I'm working with my essential oil roller, frankincense and rose. And it's interesting, but it's not a crystal. But like for some reason, the energy of it, I feel like I want to use that to just like support me. So if you have a crystal, excuse me, just coming into that state. If you don't have anything cool or cold with energy, healing energy, just put your hand on your chest. And just opening up your chest. This is interesting because this is where like Reiki, meditation, yoga, crystal healing, it all starts to come in together because I'm feeling called into energetically, especially if you have energy healing, offer some energy to yourself as well. But I'm getting we need to open up the chest, okay? So if you do yoga, do some what we would call as like a heart opener. If you don't feel comfortable doing that right now, just focusing on dropping your shoulders without forcing it and creating a little length in your neck. So essentially, you want to create space between your shoulders in through here, okay? The neck. And just breathe. This is a little bit of breath work as well. Breathe through the energy. Notice if there's a shift. Let me know if you feel something. Currently, just working over the heart and the stomach, okay? This is essentially just balancing emotions. So, your sacral chakra is basically where we feel stuck, we feel burnout. So, let me know if you relate to that. Do you feel stuck or burnt out? You can obviously tell that I'm feeling a little run down. So, as you're continuing to open up your heart center, let's create an affirmation here with our new moon energy that we're in. Creating an I am statement. So I'm going to say I am grateful. I am grateful for love. I am grateful for healthy patterns in my life. As you continue to breathe, notice any sensations in your neck as well. If you're carrying any tension in your neck, just loosen it up by creating energy there in that area. Send light to that energy center through intention, guys. That's it. A lot of it is we don't need to force our body to like, "Arr." It's actually send light, send love to that space and breathe into it and remind yourself that it's okay that you feel this way instead of trying to change it right away. Often, what we'll do is we'll get into panic about fix it, fix it, fix it. No, let it be, right? Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Okay, so just shifting their energy there feels really good. Herbs keeps coming up for people. If I could recommend an herb, uh, lemon. Lemon keeps coming up. That's actually what I'm working with right now. Just keeping things simple. You could also check out under my rituals and practices my lemon cleanse too. That's perfect for the new moons. You're hitting on my issues 100%. Okay, Krista. Perfect. I don't know which pieces of that you relate to, but I'm great. I'm glad that that's connecting with you. So right away now talking about that, getting lower chakras here, okay? So it's like everything just dropped down to like my sacral and my root. So I'm going to keep pulling that energy down because essentially just like I did under TikTok today, I just grounded you guys. That's kind of what's coming up here is like sometimes people just need support. Sometimes people just need love, compassion, understanding, empathy, all the things, right? Often, what we don't realize is that when we're lashing out or we're reacting to things deep down, that's just us yelling and screaming and crying, like, hold me, connect to me, help me, support me. Thank you, Robin. You're welcome. Thank you for saying thank you. I love hearing that there are people watching and appreciating. So now opening up this, not just the sacral, but the solar plexus just a tiny bit. Maybe it's even just building the confidence to write something here in the comments. I know that takes a little bravery and courage to write a comment even in public, right? So expanding the shoulders just a tiny bit here at your own pace. What's coming up here is do everything, do your mindfulness practice at your own pace. Whenever you have a teacher or somebody telling you what to do, they're just like attempting to open you up spiritually for you to figure out what's right for you. Okay. So that's what I love about home practice when we can do things like this. You can like be in be braless or be naked if you want to be. Nobody has to see you and you can just be free, right? You're not showing you can just be your raw authentic self is what I'm saying, right? Sometimes we go to classes and we're not feeling comfortable, like, right? Like we're acting in a certain way that might not resonate with who we really are. So just allowing yourself to be you here in this space, whatever that looks like. And as we get out of this energy, I'm going to send like a gentle little clearing here for you guys, okay? So this is called theta healing. Would you like to know that it's safe to let go of anything that came up for you in this practice? So just by agreeing to that, would you like to know that you can absolutely open up to all the positive energy that you are receiving here and that it's safe to receive all the healing light that is coming through in this practice, no matter when you watch this, who you watch this with, okay? And take a deep breath as we integrate all that energy. I'm sending you so much love. I'm actually feeling like if you've lost someone in spirit, okay, that they're here with you. I don't know if this was like a mother, but they were a mother and they're here with you. They're saying hello, okay? They're sometimes just supporting you more than you realize, okay? But they're with you every breath of the way, okay? I've had a mother following me. I know this sounds weird, but like around everywhere I've been going the last so many days. And I always know that's related to somebody else. I can only imagine what my husband thinks sometimes when I'm like, okay, there's like somebody's been following me around for the last so many days. And then I start to tell him like who I think it is and what it's related to. And he probably just thinks I'm so crazy, but I think he's starting to accept that and also open up himself a bit through my experiences, which is great. So maybe that resonates with you as well in terms of like slowly coming into your own a bit and caring a little bit less about what other people think, but at the same time holding more space for other people and embracing the way that they are too. right? And I think that's really hard to do sometimes, is to admit that we're different, right? Because everybody is, instead of trying to be like everybody else, allowing yourself to be a little bit different. And then also, as you accept your uniqueness and your innovativeness and your creativeness, what you're going to find is you start to attract those other kind of quirky, cool, goofy, um, unique people too. Because as you again are just embracing that within, you're gonna start to see that light in others, and they're gonna appreciate that you see that in them too, right? So I can't help but feel like this healing was actually for just in general Reiki for support. Okay, that's what I'm gonna call it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. In an hour, I'm going to be doing a podcast with someone really creative and cool. Candace Cynthia is her name, and you can always check her out too. So once you listen to the podcast, you might feel more drawn to her after listening, because I don't know too much about her. That's why I'm going to interview her and get to know her that way. It's going to be over Facebook, but just through voice. I'm still figuring out how to do podcast stuff, but yeah, feel free to listen. I'll probably also put it here under YouTube as well. If you want to check out my other podcasts, you can just go under playlist podcasts. You can listen to some of the other cool people and their experiences and receive the Theta Healing downloads that I've done in my podcast as well. Again, you want to reach out, horsemanreadings.com. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, hump day. I hope that the rest of your week goes well, okay? Did you ever watch the show The Medium? I loved that the husband had such a logical mind, but yet so supportive of his intuitive wife. Yeah, I like that. Now, The Medium, I know there's is it actually called The Medium? Because I've watched a lot of different medium shows. My mom's a medium, is actually one of my mentors right now, and her daughter, which is on one of the shows. And Sean Leonard is another medium that's also a mentor of mine right now as well. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, and these people have really supportive partners, but some of them have gone through a really rocky road too. Like, it takes a lot of frogs to get your prince, and it takes a lot of witches to get the right bitches, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we've gotta go through it in order to understand it, and so I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't go through my own journey here, right? So I like sharing, I like listening to other people's stories. I don't think anybody's more important than anybody else. That's why I embrace conversation and, interactions, and if you are also a spiritual being, light worker who wants to be on my podcast, you can always connect to me as well to be a part of that. I'd love to have you as a guest, okay? I hope for that one day. Haha. Yes. Well, keep watching some of this stuff. Like my I'm calling it a mentorship now, but my membership is somewhat of a mentorship. If you feel like there's an area of focus you want to start working on, as I was sharing, I give support um, there to help people, right? To grow, to shift, to evolve. And so we're all on that journey, right? So don't stress. It will get better. This too shall pass. Let me know if that was your mother that I've been feeling. I feel like if you've lost a mother, let me know if it was you, because then I'll feel better knowing whose mother it is. Okay, bye, guys.